everybody. Welcome to another episode of Chalkboard Chats. My name is Henry, and on this channel, we talk all things teaching and everything in support of teachers. And this episode is going to be a little bit different because I wanted to make some very festive announcements. Has nothing to do with the holidays, but I have a teachers mixer every 2 weeks. So this is basically teachers networking. And in the past, I've been very lucky and unlucky with my colleagues. And when you're very lucky with your colleagues, you get along well, you make some friends, you see each other after work as well. But when you're unlucky, it sometimes felt to me at least that I was so stuck in this group, in this social group at work. And I back then was yearning for contacts with other teachers, just not at my school, not at my center, because I was not enjoying my direct colleagues. So I set this up almost a year ago now. No, yeah, almost a year ago now. And I've done these network events in the face to face in the past, but we're doing this online. And I've been doing this we're now in month 3, I think. And to have these conversations with people all over the world, we're all realizing how universal all of our issues are. It's amazing. And I've spoken to people from Vietnam, from the Philippines, from the Netherlands, from Brazil, from the USA, and it's all about teaching, all about education. But the thing is that we all have something in education in common. We don't really end up discussing students or all of our problems for that long. So I just wanted to throw it out there, that there's a mixer every 2 weeks. So if you think I need to make some new friends, especially it is international. So I have 2 editions, one for people in the East and one for people in the West. This is not by any means of like cultural differences. This is time zones. So I live on the east side of the world, and it is in the time zone. I'll put everything, by the way, in the description below. But I have one for people in the East, with all the time zones that are GMT +7. And then I have one for the time zones that have GMT minus. I said +7, I am +7, but everybody on the minus. And what's fun is that you can choose, you can show up for both. I'm a little bit sorry for the people in the middle, because for people in, for example, Europe or Africa, it's either super early, super late. And for us in the East, it is nice in the evening. And for you, us or them, I say me in the East, it's in the evening. For you in the West, if you're in the West, of course, it's also in the evening, but check the time zones for when. If you say, wow, I can't do evenings, show up to the East edition, because that one is also, no, show up to the West edition because that one is in the morning in the East. You get my meaning? So that is the teachers mixer. And I haven't done with we haven't done any topics yet, but as we grow, I am super open to have specific topics introduced, but it is mostly for networking. So you meet people in education, you meet people who are teachers from all different countries, all different areas, all walks of life, also all subjects. And it is just amazing. So we do that on the even weeks, and then I have workshops for teachers on the odd weeks. So I'm a life coach. I am only a part-time English teacher, but I'm primarily a life coach, and I work with teachers to reclaim their free time and reclaim their sanity. And I do workshops. I did them in the past face to face. I've moved everything online. And now I want to do them every other week, every 2 weeks. And next week is going to be our first one. So depends on when you're watching this. Even weeks are teachers mixers, so that's just networking. And then the odd weeks, network, not network, workshops. And the odd weeks are workshops for teachers to reduce stress, to reclaim your free time, to get back some of your sanity, to, I don't know, leave work at work. We discuss responsibility shifts. We discuss when management is absolutely terrible, but you have to make it through the work week, year, day anyway. And so next week we're going to do parents. Yay! I'm really excited. I'm going to meet. I have a teacher parent meetings this Thursday, and it's going to be very interesting because these parents, the last time I saw them was at the end of the previous course. So we see these parents unless they request conversations with me, but we only see them once every maybe like what is it, 6 months, 7 months, I think, depending on the level. But the level that I'm teaching now, you get through the book, and I think in like roughly 7 months. So the last time was 7 months ago, and we had very interesting conversations because at some point I told the parents that, homework really solidifies a lot of the new information, new language, new grammar for the student. So I encouraged them to help the student with the homework. So many of the parents were like, yeah, we forget that there's homework, so can you like send us a text message? I was like, no. No. But we are now 7, 8 months later, and I have about 2 or 3 students who did really, really well with their homework. So I am going to, they already know, the students already know this. They've seen their points and all this thing. But I have a little toy, a little present for the ones who finish their homework very often. And this is going to be a very interesting conversation because I hope that we can revisit this topic about the parents and the homework and the student and see where we stand now. I am still of the opinion that it is not up to the teacher to remind the parent, to remind the child that they should do homework. And it's going to be a very interesting conversation. I hope the same parents show up. Um, so that will be good. And then next week, I'm going to do a workshop on how to basically deal with a parent, but mostly how to deal with the parent, how to get your sanity back as soon as the teacher parent conference is over. So, what sometimes happens is that, you cannot predict, you cannot prepare for all of the situations. But once everything is done, and let's say shit hit the fan, there were like angry parents, screaming parents, parents who threatened you, or parents who like absolutely adored you, all of the spectrums. Once it's actually finished, how to quickly and efficiently move on from whatever happened during the meeting, and how to think about it in such a way that you don't feel as if, I don't care, I don't care, but more that you have a very solid and loving relationship with yourself, with your role in it, and that it is a lot easier to get some distance, because sometimes we get a little bit all caught up in the how important education is, and everybody gets really riled up and really anxious, and sometimes we need to step back and say, wait a minute, hold on. So that is the workshop that I have for you next week. And then every other week, so 1 week networking, 1 week workshop. And please, please, please join me for all of the good things, because I really like the conversations that we're having with teachers from all over the world. And it is so wonderful. Like, I'm in Vietnam, and in this country, it's, I think, not legal to do any like unions. and I feel like I have to whisper. But there is no way for us teachers to kind of like bond and see if there's any changes possible. So I decided, you know what? We don't need a union. We'll just start our own. And it is just so amazing to see people from all walks of life, all over the planet, doing this one job, and the universality, how universal our issues are. So yeah, please join me for that. I'm so excited. Um, that's it. That's what I have for you. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.